We must defeat tomorrow. You are listening to Lifer House Podcast.
Okay, man, so wherever you may be right now, whatever you may have going on, wherever you're listening to this episode, man, I hope your day is going swell, man. It's a beautiful day outside today. It's not one of those cold days in Atlanta, well, and on the east side, wherever you may be, but it's a good day outside. So, but whatever you may be going through, keep your head up, keep going, get through it, and continue that journey. And like I say, bouncing off of journeys. Every day you wake up in life, we are all on some type of course to achieve some type of goal on a specific journey. And journeys can be stressful, ups, downs. You can be happy, sad, a lot of emotions going through whatever journey you are specifically going through now. But just speaking about journeys, man, like I say, I am excited, man. My brother from another touchdown from Cali today. My bro Sensei, man. What's up with you, bro? Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir, man. It's been a long time, man. So how you been, brother? How you been?
Bro, I've been good, man. I feel so good to be home.
Bro, I bet.
Yeah,
That's a whole on the West Coast, man.
Yeah, man. It was time to recharge. I forget sometimes, like, just me and Lo over there. I don't have any real allies.
Yeah.
Like, so it feels good to be back home.
Yeah, that's a whole new playing field, a new ballpark, man, out here. You got resources out there. That was you on your own, man. What you been out here, though, bro, man?
Yeah, man. I've been good, dog.
Yeah,
it's
man,
crazy you say
you,
that,
bro.
man. Yeah, I'm happy to see you too, bro. That's one of the things I wanted, though, bro. I wanted to just throw myself out there, you know, and not have none of those resources that I have right now, and just see how I do. And I knew it was gonna make me stronger, of course. And I can say, like, what I asked for, it's been that times 5 in a good way. So, you know, I'm back though.
Say
I'm back.
you get what you asked for real. So, but like I say, on a journey tip, man, a lot of people out here, they may be going through something. Somebody might have the idea in their head, like, man, I want to just pack up and move to New York. I want to pack up and move to Cali or move to Texas, to anywhere, but they might not have the guts to do it or just the push to do it. So, but before we get into that, for the listeners out here, just let them know who you are. Like I said, people know who we are together and whatnot, what we got going on and whatnot. But for the new listeners or whatever, let them know who you are, like where you from, your background, and, you know, growing up, however deep you want to get into. Just let them know how you got to where you are now in your life, mentally, and up to what actually made you make that move to LA.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, Sensei Kyh, I'm from Stone Mountain, Georgia.
East Side?
Yeah, man, East Side. You already know. But right now, where I'm at in life, bro, it's pretty much I'm on a quest for inner peace, elevation, mentally, spiritually, physically.
Man, I feel that.
And just to cater to my ambitions.
Yes, sir.
Because a lot of us, we don't cater to our ambitions, the things that eat away at us that we know we want to do. Of course, I make music, too. All that factored into my decision to go out there to L.A. It was never on my bucket list to move there. It was always on my bucket list to visit. And I always said, damn, I would love to go to L.A. and just, you know, see the city. So if you would have asked me this a year and a half ago, that's the last place I thought I would be living in.
Yeah, that's a whole other side of the country, man.
Yeah, dog. Thousands of miles away. So, you know, I did just want to test myself and see how things fare off. The way I ended up being over there is crazy. Lo, of course, you know Lo.
Yeah.
She about 2 years ago, she moved over there for about 6 months. And, you know, we would be on FaceTime. She would tell me how it is, how much, you know, better it was in her opinion. You know, I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. I mean, everything I need is right here. So she ended up coming back, and she would always tell me, like, yo, if you could just see how LA is compared to Atlanta, you would see how it's more opportunity, you know, et cetera, et cetera. The people are more down to network, et cetera, et cetera. You know, I would still kind of brush it off. And, you know, she did want to go back. And it was kind of affecting her. I could tell she really wanted to go back.
Yeah.
I didn't understand why, though, until, you know, I ended up going out there myself.
So you got to experience it for yourself, man.
Yeah. It popped in my head one day, and I was just like, man, what's stopping me from moving? Like, what's stopping me? And I had to really sit down and just have not just a moment to think. I took a day think. Thought about it the whole day. And I said, you know, why not? So I told her we can take a trip out there to L.A. just to visit, you know.
See the vibe, feel the vibe.
Yeah, so we got an Airbnb for, I think, 5-6 days, and we went down there. And I fell in love with the city. Fell in love with it. We went to Runyon Canyon, you know. We didn't do everything, but it was a nice little tour. for somebody who is thinking about moving there. It's a little overwhelming because, you know, it's not us everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Out here in Atlanta, it is a lot of us. And not to say that's safer, but, I mean,
Hey,
out there,
I hear you.
you feel me? Yeah, out there it's blacks, whites, Russians, it's Latinos, Armenians, like everything,
So you
bro.
get to actually have a chance to learn about so many different people and so many different backgrounds out there in LA. So you really come in contact with different ethnicities and all that, huh?
Yeah, bro, it was really a culture blast for me that I'm honestly still getting used to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and one thing I noticed, it's not so much about anymore. Like, people have to adjust to talking to you. You got to adjust to, you know, their lifestyle. Because we live in Koreatown, bro. So it's Koreans. It's the name is not the name is what it is, bro. So you feel me? We got to adjust to their lifestyle.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's been something I didn't like at first, but I do love it now. The traffic, I'm gonna be real. Everybody
I was just
always
about to ask you, is the traffic is as hyped up as it is?
No, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. If I was coming from Oregon or South Carolina, Maine or something, I think LA traffic is the worst traffic ever. But it's Atlanta traffic still worse, in my opinion. Like it's still standstill.
6 o'clock traffic in Atlanta is 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock traffic in Atlanta is crazy.
Yeah,
but
dog. I tell people that out there that I met, they be like, "Oh, I bet you hate the traffic." I'm like, "No, it's not that much different than what we had." And the traffic out there, they got more lanes. So you know,
it seemed like it's more traffic there because of the only time I've seen traffic in LA is probably on the movies and stuff like that. But the lane's so big as to make it look like the traffic backed up bumper to bumper. But
it's because of the people, though. It don't because of accidents. Really, here it don't because of accidents. It may be a fender bender on the side of the road. Everybody just stop to look at it.
That will
like,
hold up traffic all day, especially when there's just and they be knowing it, a police officer just sit on the side of the highway, don't have nobody pulled over. They had the traffic backed up for days, man.
Yep. It's just like that because of how many people it is. But and just speaking on the traffic thing, people, they beep the horn a lot, you know. That's usually my last go-to out there. They beep just to let you know, like, they behind you. Like, I really had to get used to that, bro. In this past 6 months, I've never been in this many confrontations on the road.
Yeah.
Dog, I'm telling you,
road
bro.
rage on another level.
Yeah, like, I don't want to say nothing too volatile on air, but they said some things to me driving by, bro. I'm talking about,
I bet. It sound like, when you say they were honking horns, it sound like when we was in Jamaica and we was in the back of the little, the
jalopy, whatever.
Whatever. I can't remember what it was called. Every time all you heard was horns going off left, right. But they was like, well, shoot, sometimes that's actually how we communicate when we drive.
In Jamaica, that's how they communicate. But in LA, it's rudeness. That's what it is, bro. It's rudeness.
I cuss people out my home before.
Yeah, for example, bro, I'm just give this quick example. If you about to turn left and you waiting for the arrow, but it's green, you can still turn left. But if you turn, you're going to get into a car accident because cars coming. They'll try to bully you and beep the horn. They see that you can't turn, but they beeping that horn. So, you know, I used to get really frustrated, but now I've learned to just tune it out over these 6 months.
I can't stand it. Like, I'm not about to try to kill myself for your convenience.
Yeah, dog. And then if I get into a car accident, you just gonna ride by me casually.
Yeah.
Like, dang, that sucks. Like, you feel me? So I don't let that shit affect me.
Crazy. So that's the LA traffic. So out there, so since you left, like, what's the mental state been like, and what was the change of that from how you were mentally here in the A, and when you made that move, was it a big shift, or did you find more there than here, or what was the mental state like?
Oh, I'm not gonna downplay it. It's been a big shift. It's been a roller coaster of emotions living out there, moving out there, because you know, I wasn't really. Like here, I had a lot of things I felt like I needed, but I didn't at the same time. Going out there, I knew it was a mystery. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I had my ambition and my goals. So, you know, going out there, realizing, like I said earlier, you don't have your allies, you don't have family. You meet people, but it's like it's nothing like day one people that you know rather than meeting people. And you know, just a little side note out there, a difference of the people. I will say it's more people down the network, but when you meet people, they down the network that same night. And that's something that I'm not used to. I usually like to fill people out. And it depends how they are, how long I feel them out before I link up with them. Cause
Yeah.
you know, it's a crazy
Vibes
world.
are everything, man. I can.
Yeah, vibes are everything.
Yeah, if your vibe not right with me, you can have the best conversation, be cool as hell or whatever. Got the best business, but if your vibe is off, or that throws everything off.
Yeah,
That says a
dog.
lot about a person.
And see, it be good vibes for the most part, but it's like at the same time, you still can't be, too trusting to people. So I practice what they call healthy paranoia. So I really feel like it's helped me in certain situations. Like
Elaborate on that healthy paranoia.
it's crazy. I got it. I'm not gonna act like I came up with it. I was watching Gotham and I got it from my boy Penguin. Penguin stayed alive the whole.
That's a good series side note.
Yeah, I love it. Shout out to Gotham. Penguin stayed alive the whole season, and you ask yourself why? Because I'm like, how did he survive? He was in so much shit, but he practiced healthy paranoia. He said that's what saves him. Sometimes even when somebody come off as the most trusting, believable, genuine person, you still gotta just take a step back.
Yeah,
like,
that don't mean nothing.
Yeah, so, I don't always just be down to link as soon as I meet people. But, I mean, as far as the networking out there, it's cool. People network here, too. But sometimes in Atlanta, you feel me, it's a little resentment. People just look at you with resentment if they're a level above you.
Yeah,
out there,
that can happen. Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, it just seems like they more, down to just hear what you got to say. And anybody can be anybody. That's another thing, bro. Like, another difference I've noticed out here, you may see somebody in the full down drip, Louis V, Gucci down, and they'll say they somebody, but they don't be that person.
Yep.
Over there, you see somebody casual, white shirt, some jeans on, low key. That's the millionaire.
That usually be the gems right there.
That's the gem.
Plain Jane.
Yeah, bro. That's who you need to talk to. So it's like you never know. But after I got over that initial phase of not having my people, I knew that the only option was to be strong because I can't just drive home. I could, but that'd be a long drive.
Yeah, that's gonna be a long drive.
Might not make it, but it'll be a long drive.
Facts.
So, yeah, man. So it's forced me to grow stronger emotionally, mentally, because it's just me and Lo out there, and we got to learn how to just maneuver when one mistake can cost so much.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bro.
Yeah, I can imagine just being used to calling it a foundation. Like your roots are here, right here in the A, man, and then just uprooting and moving everything over there and
Whole
just being
life.
no, well, of course not alone because you have Lo there, but that's still kind of alone for two people on a whole other side of town. You can't just pick up the phone and call somebody to get help if you need it because who can nobody get that fast as out there?
Bro, yeah, it's
besides
real.
the police, but
it's real, and that's what I would say. Like having somebody to do it with has also helped a lot too. Because sometimes I think I'm like, damn, I if I was by myself, like I don't even think I could do that out here. Like, bro, I'll be stressing. But it's also strengthen my relationships with people back here. Like, I be on the phone with my friends all the time. You know me and you talk all the time. Like we just be on FaceTime, just kicking it. Like, and I talk to my family more, and I can say that's one plus because when you don't have somebody that you can see every single day, when you move, it's like that's all you got. If you don't talk on the phone, that's all you can get from that person.
Exactly.
So it's taught me to just really appreciate people while you're around them, because you know how this world is.
Yeah, it can be cold out here, man.
Yeah, man.
Especially once somebody gone. That say you don't know how much something means to you until it's gone, and that can happen to you in different and real ways, man. So, but it's a good thing that making a big change like that can change a person mentally for the better. Because some people, they pack up and move, not even across the country. They'll fold and be sad out somewhere, and wouldn't be able to have the mental capacity to push through when adversity come that way, because it's man, I just feel like the mental toughness is really 90% of life.
Yeah, bro. It prepared me for that shit though. Living over here in Atlanta, I will say Atlanta is like mini LA. It's mini LA, bro. Like you go over there, there's people trying to tell you what they can do, scam you. I just got scammed the other day. We can talk about that.
Yeah, you did tell me that.
But yeah, though, like that's just that's what goes
get
on.
away for that.
Yeah, that's what goes on out here. So I mean, like I said, if I was coming from like Missouri, Wisconsin, it would be a total different shift. But it's not it's not too overwhelming. But I also know I can't fold and come back home. I can't. I've only been over. It seems like forever, but I've just been over there for 6 months. So I'm like, nah, I still got to keep tapping into what this is bringing out of me.
Yeah, that comes with being on the journey, man. Is how long can you last? Of course, everybody knows when to fold the tents when enough is enough. But Like if you're on your first leg out there, shoot, you just getting started. Like adversity will come anybody way. So that's one thing everybody should be prepared for. No matter what they're doing, whether it's a move or trying to accomplish something about their dreams. But like I said, it's a real positive thing that something that big of a culture shock and responsibility can change the mindset. So, so as far as out there, so how is because my thing is when I want to get a peace of mind or feel like I want to just relax or get calm. Our man thing, I know even you said sometime, hey, I'm trying to give out some water, man. I don't want to. I want to go to the beach, man. But every time I think about LA, my main thing is, man, I just want to go out there and just relax, kick it, chill on the beach. So, what is the beach life like for somebody from your perspective? Now, this is Sensei's perspective, so nobody be like, hey, LA beach ain't like that. Hey, everybody got their own version. But
I'm gonna tell the truth.
how's
not gonna
the beach life, man? Because I'm ready to go out there and just lay out, man. So, what's that like out there?
It's crazy. I just put on my story the other day. I was gonna tell them the truth about the beach.
The truth about
the truth.
Beach.
The truth about the American beaches. So the beach, let me just say this. Everybody know the beach has always been one of my favorite places to go. It's always been my favorite place. Anytime I think of a vacation, I think about, dang, I want to go to the beach. Not, I want to go to the casino. I want to go to the beach.
For real.
That's where I need to be at. Vibes. So I'm not taking away nothing from the beach. I'm not discrediting the beach. LA got, Cali in general, they got so many beaches. I've been to like 6 so far, and I still haven't been to all of them.
Yeah,
but honestly, the more I went, the earlier I went to the beach, because sometimes I like to get there when the sun rises or, right after the sun rises. We do have a homeless epidemic over there. So a lot of homeless people do be on the beach. And one morning, it all clicked in my head, the truth about the beach. So I got there at about 7:45, 8 o'clock. It was a homeless dude, I'd say about 50 yards from me. If you get out there at that time, you really can see all the homeless people. They just scattered throughout the beach in beanbags and tents. So this one in particular, he got up, stretched. It looked peaceful. Before I said anything, he looked like he was at peace, man. Like, I want that type of inner peace. He woke up, stretched, got out of his tent, pissed right in the sand, and then just, kicked the sand over it with his foot. And I said to myself, that's crazy. Like, out of all these people on the beach, they do this. This is how they use the bathroom. And it's no porta potties or anything.
Every day.
Yeah, every day. So it's no porta potties or anything around. So you think to yourself, damn, I know they not walking a mile to take a shit.
Yeah.
So I know they doing the same thing in the sand and just covering it with their feet. And then if you ever been to the beach, you see the big trucks that come by and smooth the sand out. And I realized, damn, all they doing is just covering it up. That's all they doing. They just dispersing the piss and shit. So I think
that's something to think about right there.
Yeah, so I think to myself, like, dang, we be so hyped to go to the beach, frolic in the sand, toes out. And I'm like, damn, bro, like, it made me think about what I'm walking through sometimes. Even when I'm just chilling,
that's true.
Folks building people in the sand, building sand castles. I'm like, damn, like, now it's in the back of my mind. But I still love the beach. I think that's just some American beaches, though, man. Because I know, we on that cruise. That beach was beautiful. It was paradise.
Yeah, and that's just compared to that. I don't recall seeing homeless people on the beach or whatever when we went, but it wouldn't have dawned on me to think like, okay, back in the US, the beach would be a place for the homeless, because in Georgia, there's beaches are pretty much around to go to like that, and in Georgia near Atlanta and whatnot. But to think about it, it's like, man, homeless people, they live under the bridge and here and there, so the beach is a good spot.
Why not live on the beach?
And they out there every day doing that. That's something to think about for real.
Yep.
I love the beach so much though, man.
Yeah, I still love the beach. It just took it down maybe like 2 or 3 points. I'm just more aware now when I'm walking through the sand and when I'm just sitting there, toes out, picking it up.
You gotta look out for something.
Yeah, baby. So
just make sure ain't nothing in the sand. So
yeah.
So what surprised you the most about Cali?
The most,
like one of the most shocking, probably not even shocking, but
how fast it moves easily. As fast as you take an L or a win, bro, everything gets adjusted out. You take an L and it's like, it's not a slow time to bounce back from it. It's fast. Everything happens fast, bro. Like before I looked up, damn, it's 6 months and I'm back home on vacation.
Yeah.
And let me just say that I never thought I would be coming home on vacation, bro. Like, cause I was so ready to leave when I was here.
Think about that.
I never thought it clicked in my head the other day. I'm just like, damn, when I was here, I was so bored, so ready to go see something. And now I'm over there with everything. Like, got everything, got beautiful sights, things to do everywhere. And I'm like, damn, I can't wait to go back home. I can't wait to go back home.
Bro,
So I need to
I know
recharge.
that feeling.
So yeah, bro, that's what's been, the craziest thing to me, how fast it moves. And as you know, like from I'm gonna tell you how we ended up getting there to Cali. Cause a lot of people, they ask, like, how did y'all do it? And I just want to make this clear for anybody watching this. It wasn't something easy. If you are planning to move to the other side of the country, you can be spontaneous, but be smart and spontaneous. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it the right way. Yeah, so anyway, we knew we wanted to live in an apartment. So applying for apartments in Georgia to LA, people who, the leasing offices, they're going to do more business with the people who can pull up, and, do those tours in the apartments. Talk business in person. We're talking to these people from Georgia, and they in LA. So a lot of people kept giving us the runaround. A couple of our applications got denied. So we was like, damn, like, how we gonna do this? So we got on YouTube and watched how other people did it, and we got some ideas. So we decided.
Man, that's my bad to cutting you off, but YouTube and Google are great places to get information, man.
Yeah,
the
man.
Most simplest stuff
people
sometimes,
sleep.
man.
People sleep, bro. Sometimes.
Go ahead, my bad, bro.
Yeah, so we got on YouTube and we just did some, investigation. We came up with our plan. We ended up getting an Airbnb for 2 months, and we said we're just gonna go there, get our feet wet, stack up, and then apply for apartments when we get there.
Roots.
Yeah, so of course doing that, it was smooth. Got the first Airbnb, got over there. First month was about adjusting though for me. You know what I'm saying? It's totally different. So got to the second Airbnb, second month. And at that point, we were adjusted. We were stacking up our bread, but I feel like we still weren't ready for an apartment yet. We could have got one, but I just feel like, we want to do a little bit more. So we got a third month Airbnb. So by the time we got that Airbnb, everything was straight. We got our apartment, moved in, everything was cool. Day after we moved into our apartment, boom. You already know what happened.
Yeah, now let's elaborate on that. So that I know that was when you called me about that situation, that was it shocked me because it's just like, man, every time somebody trying to do something so positive, when I say adversity is going to come your way, you can be walking the straightest arrow, the straightest line, whatever it may be, but something, if it's not one thing, it's another. So about that situation, what happened there?
Man. So, like I said, the day after we moved into our apartment, I'll say it was maybe July 24th, 25th, I had just given myself a pep talk. I was feeling so good. I was like, damn, we came, we killed the Airbnbs, we did that, got stronger, got right, moved into the apartment. Now it's nothing but growth and elevation from this point forward. So I had just gave myself a pep talk. I was about to go pick up Lauren from where she was.
Good vibes.
Good vibes, bro. So I pull out the garage within maybe a minute. The lights behind me, it's 12. So, take into account, Brody, here in Georgia, I do have a strap. I have my carrying license, it's registered, everything's in my name, everything's good. And I know
Clean
out there.
A1.
Yeah, and I know out there, I did know that, you have to get a different Cali license, which I was going to get. I don't mind doing that, but you have to have a permanent residence. Now, those 3 months I was out there, you can't apply for one without a permanent residence. We were at an Airbnb. We had a P.O. box, but it has to be an official residence.
All right.
So that was my plan, knowing we had just moved into our apartment. I'm like, okay, I'm going to take care of this. That day in particular, bro, we did just move in, new area, so I did have my strap. That's it's just in my head.
Same way, my dog.
It's just in my head to, have my shit. So it was under the passenger seat. So anyway, got pulled over. Boop, pulled me over. I pulled into the a little plaza, it's like a shopping center. And it was one cop, it was two of them. One difference is here, they'll pull up to the car, they'll go into the window with a flashlight, you know, and you talk, see what's up, then you leave. First thing they asked me to do, step out the car, sir.
And they more got straight to it.
First thing, nothing else before that. Step out the car, sir. So I'm like, okay, let me just play this shit smooth. I get out the car and he tells me, yeah, we pulled you over because number one, your tent's too dark. We saw you had your phone light up. And you had Georgia tags. So he was like, we just wanted to see who was in it. So his partner at that time, and this is where, a lot of people would debate I went wrong or didn't go wrong. He said, you mind if I take a look in your vehicle? Now, I said, yeah, bro. And I'm going to tell you why. I knew what was in there and I knew where it was.
Yeah.
So I was trying to, if anything did happen, I was trying to let them know, I'm not on no shady stuff with y'all because I know I have my gun registered.
Yeah.
I know it's
You think
official.
I'm straight up. I'm straight. Like.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, you can search it. So anyway, the other cop was just talking to me the whole time, like asking. I was telling him, yeah, I just moved in this apartment, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So his partner didn't find my gun. He didn't find it. But what he did find was my gun box because it was in the back seat because some of my stuff was still in the car from when we moved or whatever. So he found my gun box, came back, and whispered it to his partner, and they put me in cuffs. And at that point, since I knew he didn't find the gun, I didn't know what other reason that I would be in cuffs. So he told me, he turned around, he said, yeah, so we found a gun box in your car. Is there anything else in there that you want to tell me about? So, I knew I had about 3 seconds to lie or lie or tell the truth.
Keep it 1,000.
So, judging by the fact that I had to step out the car off rip, I knew if I would have said no and they had reasonable suspicion because of that gun box, they would have turned my car inside out and found that gun.
Off rip.
So, I made the executive decision to tell him. I said, officer, yeah, I do have a gun in the car, but it's registered to me. I have my carrying license for Georgia, blah, blah, blah. So he asked where was it. He went and got it. And this is when I started to feel like they may have let me go because he was like, oh, I don't even know how to, he said, quote, I don't know how the law works when you have a carrying license from another state. So he went over there. By this time, like 5 other cops had pulled up. He went over there and talked to them. I was just like, man, this is crazy. It's crazy. It's like, it's random, bro. So anyway, he came back to me. He said, look, so we're going to figure this out at the station. I'm going to tell my supervisor. We're going to see what we can do. So they took me to the, well, first of all, remember I was going to pick up Lauren. So
yeah,
he let me call her from my phone and let her know what was up. I told her don't trip because,
crazy,
you know what I'm saying? So they took me to the police station and I had to wait in a cell, holding cell for about an hour, 30 minutes. Nobody was coming. So I was like, man, they must be really going back and forth about this. So he came back and then he told me, so due to the fact that you did just move here and, you do have your carrying license, my supervisor said we're going to bump it down from a felony weapon charge to a misdemeanor. But when you go to court, if the judge wants to bump it back up, then he can. So, and he said, we still got to book you tonight, so we're going to take you to jail. So,
that when the game was on right there.
Yeah, that's when I knew, okay, like this is about to be some BS. So, they took me to jail, got out the next day, but I knew I needed to go ahead and get my lawyer thing situated because if they would have bumped it to a felony, of course, I would have been hemmed up somewhere I don't want to be hemmed up at.
Right.
Yeah, because I didn't come out there to get no felony. You feel me?
Right, man. You was out there on some straight positive vibe.
Yeah.
On a mission, and that was
I was on a mission. It was a hiccup. That's literally the best way to describe it as a hiccup. So, long story short, oh, yeah, let me just say this. Before any of that, when the cop brought me in the police station, he turned his body cam off and he told me, he said, I'm not going to lie. I'm a gun advocate. Me and my partner are gun advocates, and you have the full right to be able to protect yourself at all times. If I didn't have this body cam on, I would have let you go. He said that to me, and I'm like,
man.
He was smiling with it because I know he was just like trying to lighten the mood, but I just couldn't smile because I'm like, man, you should have let me go then, bro.
Right, you
should have hit delete. That's all.
If you knew you had a way to just let me go, just
you know what I'm saying.
Do what you do, man. But and they knew you weren't up to something no good, bro. Just making some move. That crazy, man.
Yeah, bro. So long story short, I got the lawyer. I went to a total of 4 different appearances, month. And just recently we came to a conclusion. Well, actually, they were trying to give me 60 days. That's the thing. And 60 days, it's not just totally crazy, but the fact that it's just me and Lo over there in L.A.
Yeah.
If I would have did 60 days, that would have ruined everything we had going on.
Yeah.
With the apartment, everything. So that's why I was really just making sure my lawyer knew the seriousness of the situation. And if I was over here in Atlanta, I probably would have did it 60 days because, it was different.
That's a whole different ballpark.
Yeah,
you got a support system, a bigger one, let me say.
Yeah, so long story short, we just finished everything. When was that? I called you like a month, maybe 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
everything got settled. I ended up getting one. Matter of fact, let me backtrack. When I went to court, I gave them proof that